You ready?
I'm ready. I'm scared.
Now you're about right.
She lives! She lives! She lives. Right, everybody, today it's an expensive day for Donkey. I'm with Dick Cusick down in Stars Peninsula, Maintech. Now, Dick, you specialise in engines. And what happened to my... It's not a Deutz engine, but it is kind of a Deutz engine.
It's an MWM, which Deutz bought at one point.
Yes.
Nice.
So this is my 681 Deutz. Now, you love your old Sammy, so there's a wee bit of common ground between us here. So this is my 681, which is a 7-litre MWM.
Something like 7 litre, yeah.
Water cooled, which was rare, because they were all air cooled. What happened to our engine?
Well, the water pump was rubbing against the back housing, may have caused a water flow issue,
Right.
we reckon. And she, number 5 cylinder, pulled the piston, which is overheated the piston basically.
So all engines count from, I call it the front back.
Not all engines, but...
Oh, not all
no,
engines?
No.
Oh, I thought that was kind of 1, 2, 3, 4, 5.
No, Deutz, not this Deutz engine, but normal Deutz engines count from the back forward.
I did not know that. So, what all had we to do?
Well, the engine was sewn, the pistons and liners weren't too bad in it, but we decided it would fit all the pistons and liners.
There's a lot of stuff in that.
And we overhauled the cylinder heads, overhauled the injectors, checked the fuel pump, put an oil pump and a water pump in it, and some cam followers were worn, and refurbished the turbo. Really.
And so basically this is a proper overhaul.
Yeah, it should be. All the bearings are replaced too.
And what, is this a common thing for you to do here?
Oh, we do a lot of complete overhauls, yeah.
So, right, show us around. Bits and pieces here. So people really get a grasp of just exact, oh wow. So this is all big stuff.
No,
Smile, boys.
That's
Right.
a new Deutz engine we're putting in a screener.
So this is you've sold this engine?
Yeah.
So you're getting it prepped for going on the screener. Right, without being smart, give me what is this?
Deutz 2012. TCD 2012 LO42 valve, which means 2 valves per cylinder.
Right, I only do horsepower. That's the only that's the only engine figure I know.
127 horsepower.
Right, and she'll just tiddle away and run across
Yeah.
you. So there's what's this in the corner?
No, that's not mine. That's Nollis Chambers. 2-cylinder air cooled.
So these boys are flat out.
This is a Lister here for
A Lister?
for Harlan Wolves. Yeah.
A Lister wouldn't be
No,
that common anymore.
wouldn't be my favourite either, but anyway, that's what it is. Air cooled. We have 2 of these to build for.
Well, this is one of your favourites then.
That's an old Cat 3306.
What's an old 3306 meaning?
It's about 10.5 litre, 300 horsepower. Water cooled after cooler.
Water-cooled aftercooler. That's a fairly big turbo one.
Yeah, plenty of diesel, plenty of boost. That's how you get power.
What would she be in for?
Total over rebuild, that is.
Same idea as what
Yeah.
my Deutz engine come in for.
I come from Spain, so.
From Spain to here.
Aye,
to
but
get
it's an
overhauled?
Irish company owns it, so.
Okay, okay. I was going to say. So, and then here's a.
That's a Komatsu engine. That's it. For overhaul as well. Out a dozer.
So those guys are in there building all the time.
I have one guy, the other guy's just helping him there, but you know, one guy builds all the time there.
So this is where the magic happens.
Don't know about that.
This is where the magic happens.
This is all surplus stuff I bought. They put away. I don't know where I'm putting it, but.
Ach, I understand. Yeah. So,
That's a cat fuel pump here from
a cat fuel pump.
for a 3306 from Dublin. Which I'll help you on that in a minute.
Without being, that's not a silly. Is this just a very, like a fuel pump like that? Is it just very footy?
No, it's not really that. That's the problem with it there.
Oh, so she's gauged.
That's the one on the camshafts that delivers the fuel.
She's gauged that. So
Yeah.
then, what would that cause it to do?
That was off a cylinder.
Right. Okay.
So we just. Get your picture took now?
I like the toolbox.
No.
So then you're working away in this work.
He does the turbos mostly, that guy.
This man's the turbo specialist.
Yeah.
Is that on this machine here?
No, that machine there, that's the turbo balancer there.
So you can balance up your turbos with this.
Yeah.
You have the toys then for doing this job.
Plenty of stuff.
Well, I suppose you have to have.
Yeah.
So this is another wee. Is this your wee dungeon?
That's my wee dungeon.
This is his wee. What are you dungeoning today in the dungeon?
I'm hiding from doing a whole lot of work today, so.
Oh, just right you are.
I know.
So this is fuel central.
Yeah.
Fuel pumps. Aye.
That's one that's done there. She's sitting
Aye,
right
we
out.
got a row of stuff there, and I'm lying.
Right. Can I?
Rotary pumps.
Am I allowed to be nosy?
Oh, aye.
Right. So, what do you mean inline pumps and?
That's in line in a row.
Right. Okay.
These are rotary pumps, you know, they're.
Yes.
Yeah.
So most tractors and things like that would run
Most of them are common rail now, but older tractors
Yes.
today, mostly that, your Deutz is that.
inline.
Inline's
Aye.
better, heavier duty.
And then you get like so. Aye.
That's
So
wee-
that's
that's
like
Delphi.
off of Massey.
Aye,
My
that's
62
off a wee
90s Delphi.
that's off a boat generator, but that's what that is, yeah.
Aye, but Delphi. Aye.
Yeah, aye.
Aye, your 6290 won't be a bit like that one there. Only with a boost on it, you know, with a boost aircraft
Yes.
for a
Yes.
better power.
That's a generator one with an electronic governor.
And there's a lot of them. Some of them bigger older tractors I have are like big Bosch pumps
Like this there.
like that. They're only a bigger version of that.
There's a few of them outside there, not,
Yes.
just not exactly like, but
Not there's that's a Perkins, those are all Perkins there, but that's Yanmar. Japanese.
We am or inline. And
Yeah.
inline's the best.
I think so anyway.
Now,
Yeah.
what gives you the right to think that?
Well, you have one element for
I'm
one
not-
cylinder.
That's not me. It sounds smart, but I don't mean it to be
Well,
smart.
one element per cylinder. And this here is one element for every cylinder. One element is distributed around them all. So that's working 4 times harder than one of these.
All right, understand.
Yeah.
And then, so this is part of the thing. So you put it on.
Well, that's our old test benches with newer test benches. as
Okay,
well.
so this is like this
That's
is
the
an
antique department here.
This is the but that's for working with old stuff as well.
Yeah, yeah, that's right. Yeah.
But you can, as you say, turn it 100 times the pump, measure
Yeah.
the fuel, check
Measure.
it.
Measures in these tubes. You see the tubes there. There's fuel in there, 3 tubes there. I think you're on that wee Yanmar pump. Wee Yanmar pump there, you see.
Yeah, you run that wee
Yeah.
Yanmar pump and that, and she, all right.
So you need a level delivery. You know, see a level that is.
oh, aye, yeah.
Like right
You
enough.
need hands smaller than mine, but you know, you get in between some of all that wee footly stuff.
What
there,
is
but
all that wee footery bits there?
That's the transfer liner for the transfer pressure. Like the lift pump sends it, and then that charges it into the pump. So then cam box pressure for them to be injected.
So when us boys go to an old TM or something and we get the 13mm and the 7mm, what are we doing?
Aye, so a bit like that there.
A wee bit like that there.
What are you doing? Well, they work a wee bit different, but you're just moving.
Allowing more fuel in.
allowing more travel.
But
And
are we doing it wrong? We doing that? Should
No,
that
not really,
pump?
No. That's how that is the adjuster, you know. Boys,
That's when they're ticking over at 1500 revs. I sometimes think you're
a
doing
wee
it
bit of an
wrong.
issue then, haven't you?
I'm trying to just think of a hard one, the internal one.
And then in today's modern world, it's all mapping.
Calling rail,
Map.
common rail.
There is no ability to adjust.
Yep.
Well, I just reprogram them, you know, they tell them, it's a lot of pressure-based stuff, to be honest.
But take it, you're not really doing that thing.
No one
We're
is
down the
new.
road to Brian.
That's it.
Mr. Horner's only a few miles from here, isn't he?
3 miles, I'd say. Yep.
There's a TM on there, same idea.
Yes.
So that does the plant, you know, so that spins.
And turns at the same
Turn, you know, and
yeah.
that stays fixed. So, like the fulcrum bees on the top of that, and your screw, when you're screwing the screw in, you're kind of just moving that sleeve, and more of a
Greedy position.
greedier
yeah.
position.
That's allowing.
More
That's
fuel,
constantly
yeah.
spinning. So that's
Spinning and plunging at the same time.
But they don't have any of those wee yolks you were talking about to keep it clean.
Oh, they do, aye. Yep.
Well, it doesn't work so well in the TM.
That's a Ford, but that's a Ford. There's a bigger pump there.
Thank you.
That's a bigger pump there.
Okay, so what's this off as an
12
example?
cylinder, 12 cylinder generator, CV12, Perkins, Cat, Rolls Royce,
And that's not a V12.
V12.
That'll
Yeah.
be a V12.
Yep. That's in the middle of V.
That's it, right. I'm with you.
And we have newer machines here. They're for the later pumps. That's a newer machine. That's a digital machine. That's a machine for common rail injectors.
That's right, okay, so. Yeah, you really have all the gear. But I take it you need it without being smart.
Well, you can't do it without it, really. Yeah.
And that is, you know, so your game is engines and anything to do with an engine,
Yeah.
fueling the engine
Yeah.
and boosting the engine.
Yeah.
Is that split up?
Well, that's the whole engine, really, isn't it? Yeah.
You know, what's doomsday? Crankshaft.
No, not really. Depends what it's in and the price of it. You know, the block bin damage is doomsday.
Block when damage is doomsday.
That's a machine for testing common rail injectors. There's no injector in it at the minute. That's a test result of an injector we've tested. You see, it's sort of passed.
Pass,
Last
so
injector
that
was
whatever
passed.
injector went through that
Yeah,
is fine.
it's passed. Yeah.
Leak test here.
No, it says fail here. Hang on a sec.
Oh, one fail.
One fail in it. And they're looking for 1.5 there, and it's 1.8. So it's not terribly bad. You know, it's failed a wee bit, but not
So then it
terribly
comes out
bad.
and then you see if you,
Yeah, see what the people want to do. You know,
what's this?
it's a
Without being smart, it's an
It's an engine.
it's an engine.
It's a Deutz engine from a screener.
So where did you take this to? What
Oh, completely stripped.
is this one completely stripped means this off?
Crankshaft, camshaft, gears, everything like that.
Everything out of it.
Yeah.
And what have you done to this engine so far?
We bored it here and put one liner in.
Yes, so
Is
this
there-
is new liners.
There's only one liner here, and then those are in a reboard, 0.5 millimeter bigger. Yeah,
Oh, and then in with a new piston.
yeah, new piston and hone finish there.
And then
That's a new oil pump there. Oil pump's part of the timing cover. That's a new oil pump.
and is she far from being back on the machine?
No,
What
a
would
few hours
be-
yet. Yeah,
And what's left to do?
another day. Well, the head has to go on it.
Yeah.
All the fuel pumps, and all the ancillaries and the sump and the oil.
But she's all done and timed.
Yeah, yeah.
And is that all done? Is that you can time that? So how do you time an engine?
Well,
You
there-
follow the marks, is that
There's
it?
marks on that one. Yeah.
But you told me some engines don't have marks on them.
The old Sammy engines have no marks.
So how do you time that?
Well, time it with dial gauges on the piston and on the cam lift.
Proper old school.
Yeah. Proper stuff.
And does that take long to do? It take a bit of time.
Takes a bit of time. Some people just can't do it, I think. Yeah.
So when the old block comes in here and gets built back up, so the head has to go on now. So where would the head of this machine be without? Is it getting skimmed?
It's
Do
getting
you
work done.
skim
I
it?
don't know where it is. I wish, well, it needs new valve guides, so it's maybe not ready yet.
Right. So then but is that a big part of what you do? Skimming?
I skim them and then fit new valves or new valve seats or whatever they need to bring them up to a new
And is
standard.
that what this machine over here is?
That
Is
machine's skimming a Cummins head there, yeah. That's Komatsu head or Cummins? Well, it is a Cummins engine in a Komatsu. That's what it is. Let's see what's in here now.
What's that? Is that where you get rid of bodies?
That's it. That's the head of the Deutz there.
Is that what the is that what the
That's
so that's the head of this?
Yeah, that's ultrasonic tank.
Ultrasonic?
Yeah.
That's a band.
That's a block from one of the listers. And that's a wee mini Perkins block, a mini digger.
So what's she cleaning?
She just cleans all the oil of everything basically and takes all the carbon off and dirt off it. Yeah.
And how long will that sit in there for, as an example?
Well, probably an hour maybe some of those are in. You know, just depends how dirty they are.
So that head then, so that's the head belonging to this.
Yeah, Deutz, yeah.
So when it comes out of there, what happens?
We have to recut these valve seats, but I think it needs 12 gauge. But
Sorry,
sit
Bonnie.
I set that bit in there. Get on top of that, Johnny, all right.
So what do you do if you don't have this big fancy tank?
Well, you stand rubbing it with a brush and solvents or diesel or whatever you want to use. Yeah. And
So this has really, really helped the labour process.
yeah,
Is that dirty stuff at the top, the oil?
the oil on top of it.
It knows to come to the top.
It goes off one side there, if you lift it again. That's what they call that oil, the water goes sideways and then the oil's trapped in the tank at the end.
I see that, yeah, she's running.
Yeah, yeah. It's about 80 degrees, 79 degrees.
Oh, you stuck your finger in, you'd feel it. So then that'll come out, you do the valve gauge, skim it.
I will do the valve gauge and skim it and cut the valve seats, etc. Yeah.
Plop it on.
Put it on there and torque
Screw
it
it
down.
up.
Torque it down.
Torque it down.
Put all
Bolt on any other bits.
the rocker
Fuel
gear
pump
and
And then start her up.
see if she
So
goes.
I see this isn't, there's a lot more to be done then.
Oh, that's one of the basic. That's only a short motor, I would call that. Yeah.
The short motor you call
Yeah.
this. What's this man doing? He's very precise.
You know what he's doing here? I skim my head in here. This bit here, this is clean. That there hasn't cleaned. It
Yes.
shows the that shows the how much buckled that head is. You know, this here is all cleaned and this here hasn't. So we give it another pass. How much are you taking off there?
So basically, not being smart, there's a bow in that.
Yeah. That bit there's low. That's all low.
So you have to bring that all down to take
Bring it
that
down
out.
to take that out, yeah. Now swipe her our way now, you see.
That's not a big engine.
No, what's that, Vauxhall or something, is it?
EcoBoost.
EcoBoost. Ford.
Ford EcoBoost. So does
Yeah.
this need skim then?
That needs skimmed, that's
And
low,
that's why it's all painted blue,
low there.
to give you the same. That's
Aye.
like
Yeah,
your dye test, we'll call it.
yeah. Engineer's blue, they call that. Yeah.
Engineer blue. Engineer blue. So Doomsday's a hole in the side. What
Yeah.
normally causes the hole in the side? What fails?
A big end bearing or piston jams in the bore. Yeah, the two options.
So big end bearing is
The bearing and then a connecting rod. This here. This here bearing here, that's a small one, but the bearing that's in here, which would be this,
so it fails. What
it
happens?
fails in. She breaks the rod somewhere. This seizes onto the crankshaft, breaks the rod here.
So that's
sticks out it
reference
through
to
the side.
leg out
Yeah.
of bed.
Yep, that is the leg. There.
I know. I'm just trying to ABC it for those who don't know their engines so well.
So that one there, the big end's way in that. See those lines? That's
Oh, aye. Oh, I can feel them. Yes, 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 yes. So skimming, building, dismantling, cleaning, and in my case, in the Deutz, maybe all cases painted.
We paint it, yeah.
You
we
painted it.
We paint most engines going out complete.
Aye, that's in for
Yeah.
a big overhaul.
Yeah. Like this engine here, this is a donor block, so it's green, Volvo green, but the rest of the engine's grey. So we'll paint it grey going out. It's grey. Yeah. Makes it look more
You
complete.
said
too.
donor block. You had that block.
We had that block, yeah. In my shed of many treasures.
There's a lot of treasures in there. So you were able to bring that all back
Yeah.
to life.
Yeah.
A full refurb on like a tractor engine like that Deutz could be anything from what? $3,000 up to 8 or 9, depending
Yeah.
on exactly what's
Yeah.
went wrong.
Some of the cat overhauls can be 30 or 40,000.
Aye,
Yeah.
But
But
that's-
big stuff. Well, a C9, you could put 20 grand in a C9.
still for all
because the set injectors and pumps probably 10 grand, you know, to start with. You know what I mean?
Yes. That makes me feel not so bad.
No, no.
But it's still, it's a lot. And how do you get these specialised guys? Because they're all running around there and they look pretty good. Like they look like they know what they're doing.
I pick them up in the local spar. I just get what I can get, you know. Yeah.
He was in getting a burger. you made the cut, hey, literally.
No, well, some of the guys have been with me. Adam's been with me since he was 16, and some of them,
You've trained some of these boys up
some of them,
yourself, like. Well, hey, Dick, thank you very much for the tour around. Thanks very much for getting my engine back again. It's been an emotional journey.
I'm sure it's bad.
But I'm looking forward to getting the tractor out. She's a very rare tractor to have.
Mm-hmm.
And of course, you never have any idea what ours is in these old girls. And we all know that probably these old tractors, they're like the Fendt favourite of their time as well, that and Deutz.
Yeah.
And these things is running these major hours. So an engine overhaul is no shame on the tractor.
No. A lot of tractors will be probably, you know, the engine lasts the life of the tractor, but that one obviously hasn't. You know, but, right?
But maybe the tractor has done its life.
Yeah. Hope not.
Ready to go.
Hope not.
Ready to go for another life.
Hope
Well,
not.
anyway, thank you very much. Hey, brilliant. Pleasure.
No bother.